I'm going to show you how to make a really quick, really good salad that can feed probably about 50 people. So, follow me this way. Alright, so I've got all my ingredients already. I've got cucumber, cherry tomatoes, I've got a pepper that's got a few bad spots, but I'm going to recycle it and cut around because it's totally still edible. Walnuts for some flavor. I've also got blue cheese. Now, normally I use like a gorgonzola or a feta, but I don't have either of those in my fridge, so I'm going to use blue cheese, which works just as well, gives just as much flavor. The only thing is it's a little creamier, a little heavier. If you want a lighter salad, definitely go with like a gorgonzola or a feta. I have two different types of lettuce. I have green leaf lettuce here. I also have red leaf lettuce. Now I chose both of them because I think they're really good. I like the flavor from both of them. But you can stick with one, you can go with more, you can use whatever kind of lettuce you want. The other thing too is I'm making this for about 50 people, so I want as much lettuce as possible. The next thing I'm going to do is cut my cucumber. I like to do thin slices. You don't have to. Whatever you don't use can get put back in the fridge. If you go too thick, it's hard to eat. And a lot of people don't necessarily like cucumber. So if you go thin enough, they can just avoid it. It's kind of thick. Now, in this one, just make sure you're not cutting your fingers off. There we go. Okay. Now we'll put the cucumber in. Get all my green stuff in first. Cut this one, it's a little thick. And now make sure too that when you do this you wash your hands, because you're going to be mixing it by hand in a minute. So, alright, so now I'm on the tomatoes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it in half like you see, and then I'm going to chop it in half again. So I get these nice long quarter sections. Makes for more tomato, because everybody loves a good cherry tomato. Now the only downfall with tomatoes is that they're super acidic. So to balance that out, I'm going to add the blue cheese. And then it won't be quite as tangy. Blue cheese and walnuts are also a really great way of putting protein into the salad without adding meat if you're not a vegetarian. So if you're a vegan, don't add the blue cheese. Just add the walnuts. Okay. So get those in there, and now let's add the pepper. So I'm going to cut the pepper in half, and I'm going to remove these bad spots. There aren't too many of them. And the pepper's going to be very thinly cut anyway. So, I'm not too worried about bad spots. Alright, so I usually cut off a section like this. I'm going to cut this little bit off here. Cut that off there. And then I just slice like this. And then I go across like this. There you go. And you don't need a lot of pepper. Again, pepper is just another way of flavoring the salad. And then these little ends you cut off, you can just cut those up as well. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to add are my walnuts. Again, I'm not going to add too many because there's so much in the salad already, and they're already chopped for me. So what I'm going to do is just make sure there's no really big pieces. And sprinkle some on top. Again, you don't want a lot. If you have any allergies, you need to make sure people can eat around it or know to avoid it completely. Now, if you are allergic to nuts, obviously don't use walnuts. Or if you're bringing this to an affair, like a picnic or a barbecue, check first, or just avoid it altogether. Now, I'm not the only one bringing salad, which is why I can afford to put some nuts and cheeses in here, because there's going to be other fruit salads and plain salads there, so I don't have to worry so much about allergies. Now, the blue cheese, I just crumble using my hands. It is sticky. This is a messy process, but it's oh so yummy. Again, not too much blue cheese, because blue cheese really adds flavor, but make sure you put enough that when you mix it up, you're going to get some in every bite, or well, almost every bite. Okay. I'm trying to make the chunks small. I don't want any really big chunks. I don't need anyone choking on my salad. And if people don't like blue cheese, I want to make sure that they can eat around. There's enough other things in here. Okay. All right. Once that's done, reach in, mix that bad boy up. All right, and the salad is done. It took me 5 minutes. Okay, Elijah's like 6. Who's counting? And I hope everyone enjoys it. Simple, easy, great in a pinch. Thanks for watching.